So do you feel that your discovery of FM synthesis contributed to the development of karma?
Oh, yes, there's no doubt about that. The discovery of FM was in 1967. There was this theoretical assertion that we could do anything with computers and loudspeakers, but no one knew how to do it. So my ear was hungry to hear from a computer sounds that had some liveliness to them. And I knew that it was possible by very expensive means, too expensive to do practical experiments with, or even to conceive of making a composition with. So in 1967, I was experimenting with vibrato, that technique where one changes the pitch of a sound through time. So I was experimenting, producing vibrato, where one simple waveform, a pure wave, a sinusoid, is used to change the pitch of another. And in doing this, I had the opportunity with a computer to increase the rate and depth of vibrato to virtually unlimited values, and did. And in the process of doing that, at some point I heard, my ear told me that I was hearing something that had not to do with change in pitch through time, but I was hearing change in tone quality. And change in tone quality of the sort that I was hearing with only two simple oscillators was a stunning sort of ear event. And in this set of experiments, I produced an enormous variety of sounds.
And it turns out that the phase is important. If I shift the carrier frequency down such that the low order sideband frequencies are in the negative frequency domain, they reflect around 0 and add to those in the positive domain. And what we hear is the sum of the vectors. Right. So this is amazing because it was two oscillators. Every other synthesis technique in the day would have required an oscillator per partial, and there could be hundreds of partials. This is a bell tone. Change the shape of the index, which controls the amount of modulation and the overall amplitude, and with the same oscillators produce these.
I knew Niels Reimers by then, so I went to him and I explained to him what I thought about the FM synthesis and that it should have broad applications in the music industry. They contacted Yamaha, who sent an engineer who understood in 10 minutes when I explained what I was doing, because they were already doing research in computer simulation of sounds.
The product took maybe 4 years or so before it was ready for the public. For one thing, they had to develop a keyboard that would have the feeling of a real keyboard. John spent a lot of time going there, back and forth, and we all decided that they could sublicense and we'd share the royalties. But we had wanted something else, and we fought and fought. We agreed to accept a much smaller cash payment, but I wouldn't budge on the sublicense royalties.
Yamaha started producing musical instruments, and the DX7 in 1983 was the biggest selling synthesizer that has ever been produced. And the DX7 was only a small part of what Yamaha produced using this technology. We used it in lots of applications. We used the royalty income to build an endowment.